Hi, this is Paul. I'm coming back with a TTM slash friend mail video. As you see the Met logo in the background, the Mets are going back to LA. They're still down 3 games to 2. Um, and we'll see what happens. I mean, everybody said they're playing with house money, but when you are 2 games, 2 wins from the World Series, I think it's no longer house money. You really want them to get it done. We'll see what happens. I mean, in the 3 losses, uh, in games 1, 3, and 4, they left an ungodly amount of runners on base. They didn't hit in the clutch, and the walks that the pitcher's been issuing at the rate basically of one per inning throughout the whole 5 games of the series. Unbelievable. The pitchers need to stop walking. Walks lead to bad things, especially when you walk the leadoff batter or the first 2 batters in an inning with nobody on. Bad things happen. It's terrible. And if you're a Met fan, shout out to Chris Cards and of course TTM Mike and a few others. This guy, if you ever listen to the late great radio announcer Bob Murphy, he basically preceded Howie Rose on the Mets radio side, and obviously Bob Murphy was an original broadcaster in 1962. Bob used to have a phrase, and I used to be able to imitate Bob Murphy, but the phrase was, "Oh, those bases on balls." And if you're a Met fan and you remember Bob Murphy, that was a catchphrase when Met pitchers would walk batters. So uh, let's see if we don't have to say that anymore. But enough with the Mets. Let's get down to business here. Actually, it's going to be quick because the mail with the storm, well, it got a little backlogged. There was like several days of non-delivery of mail, and last Monday was Columbus Day, and basically the problem was the regional processing distribution center, and actually, obviously planes coming in, couldn't come in with the storm, and then once the planes came in and the mail made it to the RPDC, then the trucks from the RPDC couldn't roll because of where the RPDC was located. There was extensive flooding, debris in the road, so that the trucks couldn't roll. So that kind of a chain reaction. So, but I believe they're caught up now, and I got out 40 TTM returns I haven't opened. What I have here, I had opened before the storm, and then today I got some friend mail, so I figured let me just make one quick video. I know nothing's quick with me, but so let's get down to it. First return, sorry about that, is an 87 tops of Bruce Moreni. He charges $3. And then the next return, and some of you have gotten back as well, is Mike Fitzgerald. It took me 7 years to get this back. 2017, I sent it, and I know a few of you have gotten them back. And I know Chris and Chris Collecting Cards got them back, and they actually had sent him a check, and he returned the check and returned the card signed. So I'm glad they got the check back. Um, so um, um, so we don't know what's up with Mike Fitzgerald. Mike Fitzgerald is a former Met. He was part of the package that was sent to Montreal for Gary Carter, which it's hard to believe that trade took place in December of 1984. So 40 years that trade happened. So, okay, so the friend mail is from fellow YouTuber, Met fan TTM Mike. I don't know how to set links, but if you haven't subscribed to TTM Mike, subscribe to him. Mike does TTMs. He goes to the flea markets in the area where he lives and finds great stuff for reasonable prices. He shows that. He does pack rips. Uh, Mike's a great TTMer, great guy, great Met fan. So he sent me some friend mail. This is the note he sent. I'll read it. It's a short note. Hey, Paul, just sending these Met yearbooks out to you because I know that you would enjoy and appreciate them. I was so happy to see you get your ticket stubs back. R.I.P. Eddie K. Everybody knows the situation with that on the last video. Okay, Paul, enjoy the books, and let's go Mets. Take care. So thanks, Mike. So the first thing in that package was this is a Mets. I'm gonna have to take the phone off the stand here because it's sorry about that. Be easier. So this is a panoramic picture of Shea Stadium. After Shea Stadium over the years wanted made some minor renovations. They installed the video board, a video scoreboard. That was like back in the late '70s, and then they kind of refurbished the scoreboard. But Mike, I guess, gave me, this is a panoramic picture. It's called Matinee. It's called Shea Stadium Matinee by William Feldman. So it's a nice picture. Mike gave me a homework assignment. I'm going to try and send this out to the players or managers that played at Shea. I know some of the former managers, TTM, Davey Johnson, $5. Art Howe, TTMs, Jerry Manuel, TTMs, Bobby Valentine, TTMs. And really, that's about it. As far as the former, Terry Collins was, he took over when they were in Citi Field. Jerry Manuel was the last Mets manager at Shea Stadium and the first Mets manager at Citi Field. So he'd probably be the first guy I'd send it to, although I just sent him a few weeks ago. So he may not be the first. So we'll see what happens on that. And then Mike sent me 2 yearbooks. This is a 1964 Met yearbook. Look at the price on that, 50 cents. This yearbook's 60 years old. 1964 was the first year of Shea Stadium. Shea Stadium was opened from 1964 to 2008. Thank you, Mike. 50 cents back then. Now they're, I don't know, $20. And then he sent me another yearbook, which came out 10 years later, but it's a 1973 Met yearbook. Actually, it's 74 Met yearbook, but it commemorates the 1973 National League. You gotta believe Mets. That was Tug McGraw's chant. So I believe that yearbook's 50 years old. But thank you, Mike. That yearbook was 75 cents. So in 10 years, the yearbook went up a quarter. Unbelievable, huh? I have several other Met yearbooks. I'm going to put this back on the stand. Sorry about my thumb. But I have several other Met yearbooks. I have a 1970 Met yearbook. It was actually my wife. She got that from my late mother-in-law. I also have a 1987 Met yearbook, which commemorates the 1986 World Championship. In '86, the last time the Mets won the World Series. Maybe we'll win it again this year. You never know. And of course, this to the collection is very nice. It's won the pennant. And I have some other Met yearbooks. I actually have the '89 Met yearbook, which they commemorated the 20th anniversary of the. Back then, it was the '69 Mets. So I got that too. So I got a few Met yearbooks, but I appreciate Mike sending me that. I will return the favor to Mike. I do have some stuff put aside for him. I mentioned on a video I do have a World Championship, the photo of the newspaper from the Daily News with J.C. Martin's signature. He sent me 2 back. So that's going to go to Mike. And once I open this other mail, there may be more. So other than that, that's it for the video. We'll talk to everybody later, and let's go Mets.